Hey guys, my name is Aditya and I run a six-figure social marketing agency. And today I'm going to show you how I was able to sign my first client at the age of 15, right? So today is going to be very simple. I just have two slides that I'm going to show you, maximize outreach and outreach methods, because I truly believe that these are the only two that you really need to get yourself out there and get your highly qualified and highly targeted clients. So if you want to know how you can pick out your niche as well as your service, I made a video about this just before this video. It's called a problem-based solution, which is really the only way you can go about getting your niche as well as a service to make sure that there's demand and there's lack of elasticity in that demand. Basic economic concept, right? Lack of elasticity in the demand, so you can charge high prices for extremely tangible ways of getting clients, right? So let's go on to today's video, which is basically going to be about maximizing outreach and outreach methods. So for maximizing outreach, basically it has four tiers. It's four different things you need to keep in mind when you're doing outreach to make sure that you can efficiently hit your targeted goals and get the results you derive or you hypothesize from these outreach goals, right? So let's go straight into it. So we got volume, consistency, copywriting, and overthinking. So volume is simple. You've got to be hitting more clients than you can possibly think of. I don't want you to go out there and whatever outreach method you're going to do, I don't want you to go out there and say, I've reached out to 10 prospects. No, you need to be able to reach out to at least 150 to 200 prospects every single day, collectively through all your different outreach methods. This can be anything you're thinking of, but obviously I'll show you the best ways in the slide after this, but you've got to be hitting high volumes. And when you think of 150 to 200, I mean, obviously it's impossible to do it yourself, whatever, right? So it depends on what stage you are. Because in SMMA, it's important to understand that you're an entrepreneur where ROI is your entire life. Return on investment is your entire life. And because of that, you need to understand that you can put in money to get money out. So it's very simple for you to just go out there, maybe get a data scraper for $49, whatever, right? Get a good list, qualified list, and send out your emails, your DMs, whatever, cold calls, whatever, and try to hit 150 to 200 people every single day to be able to see good results. And obviously, this brings me on to my second tier, which is consistency. You can't just be hitting 150 to 200 one day, next month you do the same thing. No, that doesn't work. You need to be consistent with your efforts. You've got to be doing 150 to 200 every single day of the week, at least 5 out of the 7 days, so that you can literally see a good tangible result over time, because if you only do 150 to 200 per month, you could have broken that up and did like 10 a day. It's the same thing. But if you're consistent with 150 to 200, you're actually able to reach out to over 1,000 people across the week, which is just crazy, right? It just really brings up and reduces the uncertainty of you not getting a client, right? So now this brings me on to the third tier, where even if you have consistency and volume, if you're not giving what these people in your niche want and the way you want to characterize these words that you're using, if you're unable to do that, you're not going to get any results. And that brings me on to copywriting, because copywriting is very important, regardless of what outreach method you're doing, cold email, paid ads, whatever, right? Or even like cold calling, you need to be very meticulous about the way you approach. And the way I like to think about this is put yourself in the shoe of these business owners, whatever niche that you're targeting. Stop thinking about marketing agencies, because if you think about the niche, the business owner that you're targeting, and exactly what he's thinking about, it's a lot more easier. For example, I'll give you a simple example, right? For example, if you are looking at the previous, like if you watched my previous video about how you can choose problems and solutions, I use the same example where if you have a business owner who has a certain problem in the way they're advertising, they kind of know what problem they're facing, but most often than not, it's about how they can rectify this problem. That's where you have to come in. So you've got to have very precise targeted copywriting saying that, hey, I know you're facing problem X and I have solution Y, and therefore choose us. So it can be anything. For example, hey, I know that you're advertising on Facebook, but instead of Facebook, YouTube is a lot better, and therefore we provide you YouTube ads for this, pay as you profit, half here, half there, whatever business model that you're using. And that makes it a lot more easier for you to really hit the client exactly where the pain point is. So that's very important. And finally, overthinking. This is the part where I struggle the most. Stop overthinking. Really stop overthinking. Okay? Because overthinking is killing you. It really is killing you. So overthinking is the process where once you go through a day or two of outreach, you think that it's not working. And that's what happened to me. Like I was hitting 50 cold calls a day, which is not a lot. And day two, I got like one highly unqualified meeting, and I was like, this is not gonna work, right? But I just had to stick with it. And I stuck with it for 2 weeks, and I was able to get so many more meetings because I was learning every single day from the mistakes I was making. And that's what I applied to every single outreach method that I'm doing. And that really, really revolutionized everything that I was doing. So sometimes it's important for you to stop overthinking, stop thinking about what you can do to be better, and just stick to something for a good amount of time to have a particular sample size to see whether, to evaluate whether this particular outreach method is working, and then you can move on and make a proper decision, a holistic decision on whether you want to continue doing this or you want to do something else. So you've got to have it for at least 1 to 2 weeks. That's very important. Stick to outreach method for 1 to 2 weeks. So trust me, if you use these 4 tiers of maximizing outreach, you will really, really be able to efficiently outreach while having results which you hypothesize. Okay, so remember to think about these 4 things. And in my next video, I'm going to go through exactly what I mean by the outreach methods because I think this is a bit too long already. And yeah, so that's it. Peace.